lovely, lovely YouTube watchers. Hope you're all okay today. Look at this, the mountain. At the tip of the mountain there's like a furnace. What looks like a really orangey yellow flame and a person standing in it. And to me this mountain looks like a figure. It's like a person. Like mountains are like real people, aren't they? They're sort of beings of the earth. You know, if you've ever looked at a mountain and haven't felt awe, then I suggest you look a bit deeper, because they are just incredible mountains, aren't they? But I guess they don't get to everyone like that, do they? Not everyone feels the same sort of awe over mountains. The same way some people find deep sea appealing, to go underwater. For me, perhaps it's because I'm an earth sign, Virgo, I love the idea of mountains. Could be what it is. I've only just realised that it could be the reason why I do love the mountains so much. 129. This little book, The Mountain. Now, what I've been doing all week, dear lovely people who watch my YouTube, I've been creating these piles as the week's gone on. At various stages I've been focusing on the mountain and focusing on the piles, and I've decided to do for each reading, for the elephant that's sturdy and passionate, for the elephant that's spiritual, and that's why they like to climb mountains, and for the green elephant that's very emotional and they like to reconnect with their earth nature. I've got enough cards in here to do a past, present and future reading, so we'll see what comes up, shall we? This is what the mountain means in this little book by Krans, the Archetypes Guidebook. We are now on M for the mountain, halfway through the alphabet. The mountain, the ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. This card means grounded in the eternal, steadfast, uplifting. When it's dark, when it's upside down, it means ominous, daunting, isolating, frigid. Research mountains, find one that strikes you and stare at it for a while. Where is it? The pilgrim may be awakening in you and the summit calls. Contemplate Joseph Campbell's suggestion. You are the central mountain and the central mountain is everywhere. What these piles of cards are going to show us this week, today. The mountain. What is it you've got to climb? What is it you have climbed? How have you got here? Past, present and future. Let's have a look. Past. Let's have a look at the oracle cards. Present. Future. I've got two of these cards. They're up the wrong way. I'm going to turn them up the right way up. Past, present and future. Okay. So let's see, shall we? I'm going to give you a superhero card. The past. The present. The future. You've got three of those cards to allow that to happen. The past. The future. The present. The past. The future. The present. We've got two superhero cards. We've got a little cat card. Oh my goodness, you've got so many cards in this pile. And this is all because I was collecting them during the week. I think these link the past and the present. Okay, so shall we have a little look at what your cards are? It's a lovely red elephant. This is the red jasper elephant. This is the passionate person who goes through life knowing it's all in. You're all or nothing, dear lovely little red elephant. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things and acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Okay, so when you're feeling like a chunky physical elephant, it can be easy to see yourself that way and to forget to see that you are a little graceful creature. Now this card suggests to me that you have been in the wars. Look at this little cat that's got all the war bandages on. So you're healing. There's a period of healing. Oh, let's have a look at the Justice League. You've got the 7 of Clubs and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, those are your superheroes. So your superhero cards are success financially, but there's this shadow side. Okay, I'm going to have a little look here. Overcoming your shadow. Wonderful, you've got the release. This is how you've got to the mountain. This is how you've climbed up your mountain, okay? The Queen of Cups. You made it by on a wish and a prayer, and you made it by not being afraid to take a new path. You made it to here where you are now, despite having lots of unhappiness and uncertainty. The 8 of Cups, although the Cups is an emotional card, the 8 comes up around work. So this has been a huge struggle for you to get to this point. And this is the present, and this is the future here down the bottom, okay? So the journey that you've been on has had some lows. It has. You can't pretend that it hasn't. But you've got through it because of your spiritual connection and your spiritual beliefs, and you believed that it was going to happen. Look at this. You've got the Lovers card, which is amazing. I love this. Lovers can come up for a new relationship for a person. Now, with somebody who chooses the red jasper elephant, this is not surprising because you're such a passionate person. It's almost guaranteed that you can have a choice of partners at any stage of the game when you want, when you're ready, when you feel like it. But at the same time, the Lovers is also a choice often of more than one. Either more than one person, more than one job, more than one house, more than one, and that can cause you problems when you've got too much choice. Now these are your current cards. Oh my goodness, surrender and release. Look at that. So we've got perfect matching. We've got matching cards. I love the matching cards. The 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, you've got the 8 again, but a more positive. Wow, you've got 2 8 of Wands. Okay, so you've got 3 8s now. 3 8s, the number of eternity, and the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, this is lovely. So you've got success at work, absolute success. This is what's happening for you now, and you've got a flow of money coming to you, which allows you to release the past. So you don't feel as if you have to cling on to the pain of the past because you're ready to move forward into the new phase of your life. Clinging to the past. Look at this. The only thing holding you back from you moving into your future is clinging to the past. Didn't I? I literally just said that, didn't I? Well, I said the past. I said letting go of the past. Okay, so these are your future cards. Let's have a look. Dream time. This is how you're going to know, and nature, where your future path is coming from. You're going to ask your subconscious self, or your higher self, your spirit guides, to connect with you while you're asleep. They're going to bring you information in your sleep state. So you're going to, before you go to sleep at night, this is a really good idea to do this. Before your head hits the pillow, make sure you've got a pen and paper by the side of your bed, and you can write a little message to your guardian angels or your spirit guide. You can say, thank you for the guidance I'm about to receive, before your head goes on the pillow, and know that you are going to be given a dream. You're going to be given some insight, whether it's before you go to sleep or when you wake up or while you're actually sleeping. And then when you wake up, you're going to write it down. So when you're in your healthy, wide awake state, you can analyse what's been given to you. And equally, you've got this nature card, which suggests for your future to remember, not to forget, not to let it go, to always spend some time in nature. You've got this lovely white feather here. And I'd recommend looking at the White Feather Tarot as well. She's an absolutely beautiful tarot reader. Look at this. This is your future, the High Priestess. So you've gone from being the Queen of Cups, which is deeply emotional, following your heart, which possibly led to heartache, to being the High Priestess, which is a person who is in complete control and you have the power over the situation that you're in. And you're joined by a Knight of Cups. And you're going to have absolute love and harmony. 6 of Cups, look at that. That is your happiness and harmony. So not arguing, not having conflict with a person. Your future is full of you knowing where your boundaries are and who you are and becoming a stronger person. Other people having to respect your boundaries and treat you with respect that you deserve. And that leading to harmony in your life. Wonderful. Beautiful reading. Let me know if that means anything to any of you out there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Let's have a look at the green elephant, shall we? Now with the green elephant, I always associate the green elephant with the emotions because the colour green is the colour associated with the heart chakra, isn't it? And the pink, the green and the pink. This beautiful green elephant is heavier than all the others. I don't know why. He's literally just made up of a different type of stone, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this elephant. I'm going to put the oracle cards out for the past, the present and the future. 2 Patrick Gamble cards for the future. Can you see these cards? And then you've got 2 super cards, 2 super people cards, your animal guide card. I use these as the bridge towards what's stopping you from moving from your past to your future. And your past cards, past, present and future. That's a future card. And past, present, future. I need another card. I've got the present there, the future there. I'm missing a past card. Past card. How can I be missing a past card? I had the same. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. Present, future. Okay, I'm going to choose one of these for you, dear lovely green elephant, because it's got the green tree. So you can have 2 of these there for your past situation. Now this past is how you made it onto the mountain, up your current mountain, which is your life story. This is your present, which is where you are at the moment, and this is your future, what's going to lie in wait for you. Now you've got the 8 of spades. These are your superhero cards, and you've got the 4 of spades. Yeah, the 4 of spades. We'll see where they show up for you. Snow leopard, self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Now we were warned about perfection at the start of this little reading with the words about the mountain, to not be too perfectionist. And you've got another 6 of spades. Okay, let's have a look how you got to this state in your mountain, shall we? Grief. Oh, okay, so there's been grief and loss and sorrow on your journey. The Queen of Wands. The 8 of Swords. The Hierophant. Spiritual male, apparently. Friendliness is how you're going to move forward from your past to the next stage. This does look like a divorce situation to me, or somebody could have actually died, you know, but sometimes divorce can feel like the grief, can't it? The grief, the loss of a marriage that you thought was going to last 40 years, and then you go in your separate ways. And it's a long process. It's a long, slow process up that mountain, isn't it? So here you are right now. You're being blessed, being given blessings. There's a Knight of Pentacles, the Knight with money. Here we are again. Hierophant, you've got that twice. So you've still got a spiritual element in your world, and you've still got a love of the spiritual. So your deep, dark experience of the past hasn't put you off trusting and sharing friendliness and community with other people. You are still hopeful that there are other people that you can enjoy your life with, and this is your future moonlight meeting. This little card is a reminder that if you don't go out because you're scared of what you might meet, you never know who you all have missed meeting. Right, here's the little fairy on the hedgehog's path, and the hedgehog is full of all these bristles and defences, and this is, you know, the person who's full of all defences because of the past. And this card is just a reminder, if you get an opportunity to go out, and every time you go out, keep your eyes open for your new people on your path, because there are new people lined up for you for your future, because you're not scared. Now the communication card is lovely. I love this card because this suggests that you're able to link with your guardian angels directly and get messages, and they are helping you by bringing you messages when you're spending time in nature. So when you're taking time out from your busy life that goes on, okay, you've got a move coming up in the future, that's the time when you will be given information as to the right thing to do, the right thing to say, how to do it, where to do it. 9 of Coins, you're going to be very, very happy because you're going to be financially successful, and when you make this move, it's going to enable you to be more creative than you have been being. You are going to have the ability and space to harness your inner creativity and your intuition. Your inner guidance is going to lead you to a new path that's going to make you really happy. So that's lovely, isn't it? It's a long journey that you've had, dear lovely Queen Elephant. I'm not surprised at all. But reliance, self-reliance, going out and trusting other people, trusting your inner guidance to know which people that you want to get involved with or not, and knowing that you have got some changes coming up and which path you should take. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Okay, dear lovely spiritual elephant, dear white elephant. Well, these cards have been growing all week for you, for your reading. There's the past, that's the present, that's the future. Future, future, past. This is also the future. We've got past missing. Why? How does that happen? I don't even know. These are the cards that bridge the past and the future. Is the past so painful that we only need 3 cards to look at it? Is the past just too really harsh so we can only cope with looking at it briefly? Okay, that could be it. Let's do that. Let's assume then, dear white elephant, that you know what your past is, and actually you want to know what your future is. And here you have 8 of Pentacles. So this is work situation, and what you think of as your ripe for the pickings fruit, somebody else is shaking the tree. So there's someone shaking the tree for your work at the moment, which is not making you happy. But don't worry, because you have got the Queen of Pentacles as your superhero, and you can come out on top of that situation. You've also got the 8 of Clubs, as long as you don't let it get you down. Look at that, pair of 8s, beautiful. Lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Okay, so that tells me that this past no longer serves you. It doesn't matter to you. It's in the past. You've let it go. You're happy to let it all go. Ten of Cups. Look at this. This is perfect. So you have had extreme happiness and extreme uncertainty. Okay, you couldn't get more uncertain than standing on tiptoes at the end of 6 swords on the sand, right? It's like quicksand in the moonlight, so you're lit up. You could not be more vulnerable than that. So you know what it is to feel really, really happy, but you also have had the experience of feeling the opposite and being really unsure and uncertain as to what's happening for you. But on the plus side, all of these things you've had happen to you have allowed you to grow. Oh, wind's blowing, blinds coming in. Hello, wind. I was going to say hello, spirit, because I don't know what's blowing those blinds right in like that. Might be spirit, could be the wind. Maybe the wind is spirit, we don't know, do we? So the growth that you've had, and look at these lovely little cherry blossoms here, little cherry blossoms ready for the spring, and everybody's chirping and talking about the growth that's coming. It's fantastic, but the growth card for you in this reading is because of all the experiences you've had in the past, it has allowed you to develop and grow. That's the plus side of having awful experiences. Look at this. You've got the nothing, absolutely nothing, the blank, the deep subconscious that's been allowed to develop in your world because of these harsh experiences that you've had that's so bad we don't want to talk about anymore. Fine, let's talk about the present. This is what you're aiming for. Harmony. This is all things positive, all things lovely. You've got the King of Cups, someone else who recognises the importance of maintaining spiritual balance. Over here, you've got this 8 of Swords, which comes with this grief at work. So I'm going to collect this pile of griefy cards and leave them over there with work that you are going to win, because that's who you are. 7 of Swords, so 6 and 7. So you are currently still facing these problems that you've brought with you from the past lives. Do you like that? Sometimes we can't explain what has happened in this life. It just is a thing that we've brought it from our past life. It could be karma that we're working off. It's in our DNA. It's in our spiritual makeup. We asked for it before we got here. Who knows? But some things are almost impossible to explain. And you've done really, really well, obviously, because of this growth and your ability to adapt and change whenever you're faced with a situation which you think, oh, not again, not another one. Even though you recognise the patterns of the people coming towards you, you can't stop them coming towards you. And you just have to deal with them because you have developed ways of dealing with people who don't want your best interests at heart. And you are going to meet somebody else who's on your wavelength who also has similar problems, because unfortunately, unless another person, this is just how generally we are as humans, unless they've actually had that situation or that problem themselves, some people can find it very hard to understand another person in that situation, right? Grandfather Moon, this is the distance between parents and their children, adult children. Sometimes there can be a distance even when there isn't a distance. The Enchanted Dragon. This is the fear. This is for your future. Okay, so this is what's going to hold you back. If anything's going to hold you back from going in towards your brilliant future, because the future has to be better than the past, right? Surely improvement is the way forward. That's what we want to see. It's the fear of doing it again. The fear. And that's all it is. The fear here. Look at this dragon. The little boy has enchanted the dragon, and the dragon's heart is inside that pearl, and he's giving it to the little boy because he's not ever going to harm that little boy. He's not going to do fire breathing over it, but the little boy doesn't know that. But this dragon, that could well be a figment of his imagination, is like your fears. So you're so fearful of the future because of what's happened in the past. And the 6 of Cups is here to tell you and to remind you that you've got a settled, happy future in front of you. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles. That's completely the start of something new. And can you see that she's holding that orb in her hand, just like the dragon is holding the orb? Hold your heart in your hand and be prepared to hand it over to your new project, whatever it is, whether it's a person, a relationship, a job, a project. You've got to do it wholeheartedly. You've got to put your whole heart and soul into it, okay? Here you are, the Empress. You're right up there with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands is a very strong foundation. So your future, what's happening for you, is going to be building the foundations, not just for you, but for future generations. So that's lovely, isn't it? Oh, wonderful. Let me know if that means anything to you, dear lovely person watching the White Elephant reading. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.